Truman. I can't fucking do it.
Come on, do it. Here we go. Come on. I'm not restarting the episode.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Well, you see, Truman. Okay, by the way, you gotta watch a YouTube video. I'm gonna be licking my lips a whole bunch. You gotta look at it. You know what makes a man crazy, Truman? When his fucking car gets into CarMax, not last Saturday, but 2 Saturdays ago. And you think, maybe the safety inspection will be done in 3 to 4 business days. Like the dude on the phone said. But no. It takes 5 to 7. And you call them, and they say, our records show that you last called yesterday. And they said, why are you calling today? And I said, because they didn't call me today. And I'm fucking insane. It's actually driving me insane though, dude. These fucking CarMax people, man. Like, and the worst part is after all of that, like last week on Monday, they sent a, how was your experience with CarMax been email? And I filled it out. I filled out the survey.
No, they want me to fucking fill this out. That's funny.
And then they were like, would you like to participate in the longer survey? That's like 30 minutes to an hour. And I said, fuck no. But anyway, the Chiefs are 0-1 this week.
Great. Let's start down this true. Welcome everybody back to another episode of a Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host of the most, Truman Steam Machines team. As always, I'm joined here by the bomb.
Bang.
Kaboom. Owen Dahm. The Joker.
The Joker.
I just... You know,
shout out our patrons real quick. One patron in particular, Evan.
Not a patron.
Not a patron?
Nope. But shout out Evan because we know that you really hated that Joker impression. And that's... I would say that's 99% of the reason that I had Owen do the Joker impression. I also wanted to hear you talk about your car, but it is funny to have you. Fuck. Oh, bro, you want to hear?
I just want my fucking car, man. I just want my car.
We didn't talk about this on Grub Buds, but
like if you know me, like I guess outside of the people that only saw me on alumni weekend,
sure.
Everyone else in my life I've complained to about my car,
right?
Several times,
sure.
So I guess like the only friends I've been with that didn't know about it are like Josh Diaz-Dillion, friend of the show, Allison Renner.
Is Josh the one that came on for Philadelphia Eagles?
No, different Josh. This is
okay.
He's a year younger than our rookie class, senior year.
Right.
And
he's a RuneScape guy.
No.
No?
No, he's a trumpet player at K-State.
Okay.
He's one of Hayden's friends.
Okay, sure.
But he is old enough to have graduated now. So someone that was young enough to be a senior in high school when we were seniors in college has now graduated from K-State.
Interesting.
We are that old.
We are that old. We are 26.
So I didn't complain to them over the weekend.
Fair enough.
Those two people, basically it.
You want to know what I did this weekend?
You went to 2 weddings during a K-State game day.
I only went to one wedding. I will say I had 2 weddings, but they planned them at the same time, so I only went to one.
Oh, I thought it was like a back-to-back situation.
No, I told that to people because they're like, why aren't you going to Alumni Day weekend? I was like, not only do I have 1 wedding that I'm supposed to be at, I have 2 weddings that I'm supposed to be at.
Which one did you choose? And how did you tell the other friend that you hate him?
Both friends from my high school friend group. I went to Dylan's wedding because I've known Dylan for longer.
Who was the other one?
Jordan.
Have I met Jordan?
I don't know if you have. He kind of fades in and out of the group a little bit, which is why
I'm not sure I did.
I sent them both gifts, so it's fine. Went to Dylan's wedding. I didn't tell the story on Grub Buds.
Concussions, Dylan?
Yes. Speaking of concussions, Dylan. So
Sorry, Dylan. Sorry if you listen to this, Dylan.
Let's clarify. Dylan with an I, as I would probably refer to him, instead of Dylan with a Y, who's an avid listener of the show. Dylan with an I. Me and him played football growing up, or played football at Raytown High School, and he played running back, and he was also on the kickoff team. And his junior year, my senior year, he came off the field after one of those kickoffs. He got hit pretty hard, and he ran off the field, and the trainer pulled him aside and said, "Hey, we have to test you for concussion." And he's like, "What? I need to get back out there. I'm fine. I feel fine." And he said, No, we need to test you for concussion." And he said, "Okay." And they test him for concussion, and he said, and they go, "Hey, man, you have a concussion. And he's like, oh, if this is a concussion, then I've had like 1,000,000 of these. Or he's like, I've had like 15 of these. And they were like, what?
That's crazy.
So he never played another down of football in his life after that, which is fair, but sad. So I went to Dylan's wedding. Speaking of concussions, Dylan. I went to Dylan's wedding this weekend, and me and Dylan,
Dylan and I.
By the way, we had a great time. A couple things. I tear up a dance floor every time I'm out there. I don't
Truman
care.
does know how to cut a rug.
Listen.
Doesn't even need a knife.
It's one of those things, you just got to ignore people that might be, like, staring at you from the side and just, like, lock eyes with somebody else who is dancing.
Dude,
and that'll make you feel better about dancing.
Yes, you just need to dance with literally one other person.
Literally dance like no one is watching. That's true, the way they say that.
Get a homie in there with you and start slinging your arms around.
Right. So, go to the wedding. Danced it up. Had a bunch of drinks.
You know, sorry,
Open bar.
I have a quick aside. Remind me that I have an aside after this.
Okay. So, me and Dylan, at other weddings before, we have pulled off the famous dirty dancing move. You know.
The one where you... oh, yes.
I pick him up, and we, I don't get the full extension, but I lift him up, and I kind of balance him with my head, and it looks good enough. And people are like, absolutely.
Oh, no.
We did that a couple times at Tristan's wedding.
Tristan's wedding.
So, gets to the end of the night, had a couple drinks. Dylan says, hey, or, me and Dylan are like, dude, gotta do the dirty dancing move. We do. So Dylan, and, the song's on, and I turn to Dylan. Dylan turns to me. We're across the dance floor. Pretty big dance floor. So he comes running at me, and he goes to jump. And also, looking back on it, I don't know whose fault it was, but I would say he might have overjumped, and my stance might have also not been great. So I pick him up, and we both just topple over. And it all happens in a blur for so many reasons. I'm laying on the ground. Dylan gets up immediately, runs to the bathroom. And people come to me, and they say, and I get up, and I'm like, is Dylan okay? Is Dylan all right? And they're like, hey, there's blood coming out of your ear. They're like, you need to, and I was like, what? And then they're like, no, it might be coming from, like, your sideburns. And I was like, what? And so, like, I'm, like, cleaning up. I was like, but how's he doing? They're like, oh, he's torn up. I'm not going to, and, like,
oh, God.
And we find out that all the blood that was on my head, all Dylan's. I didn't bleed at all.
Oh, no.
Dylan opened up a pretty severe, like, gash right over
on his wedding night?
On his wedding night. I'll toss you this photo.
Oh, man. Here, send it to me.
But he,
that's such a YouTube move as well.
it was the only way this could have ended. This is a pretty gnarly photo of him, but he, just bleeding pretty bad and didn't have to get stitches, but like could have got stitches. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, it was bleeding pretty good.
Probably a pretty solid butterfly bandage situation there. I sent it to you.
On what platform?
iMessage. Oh, it's maybe still just.
Oh, I got it.
So it.
the blood on his shirt.
Yeah, blood on my shirt. Hydrogen peroxide gets blood out of clothing. I learned that pretty well.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, and it did well. It got pretty much all the
works.
blood out of
The
mine.
fresher the blood is, the better it works.
I got like a new shirt, and it fucking immediately bled on it. But he ended up okay.
That's Ian on his left, right?
What?
That's Ian on his left, right?
No, that's Tristan.
Fuck!
Ian has been on this show, brother.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Ian.
Come on, dog.
I know who Ian is. I even know his last name.
Fair enough.
Fuck.
The mall with it all. Ian Mall.
Yeah. Fuck.
But he it all ended up okay.
Sorry, Tristan.
My arm today still a little sore because I think that's where I landed. I had to been like that.
Nice, dude.
So
hopefully you didn't fucking concuss him.
Yeah, he seemed okay. We both got woken up about 4 hours in the middle of the night to make sure we were okay. which I believe was a wives' tale anyways, about waking up people with concussions. But
I don't know.
But I did have a little bit of a headache when I got home, but I'm doing
Yeah, you fucking knocked heads.
No, I mean from the floor, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
nice.
All's well that ends well. They're on their honeymoon now, and he'll probably always have a scar to remember it. Remember his wedding night.
Oh my gosh, dude.
But that was
not that isn't that big.
No, but I was just like, damn, dude.
It's a knock for sure.
Yeah. No. It was just honestly
that's pretty funny.
Not that bad of a cut, but just a lot of blood.
You know who has a scar in that exact same spot? My brother.
Really? Did he get dropped on his head?
No, but I can tell that story real quick. So you know how when you're in
against the mic.
Middle school, early high school, whatever,
right?
You kind of rotate through the sports that you.
By the way, real quick, we are going to talk about the Chiefs here soon.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
But you know how when you're in middle school and high school, you and your buddies kind of rotate through the sports that you're playing at the time?
Sure.
So this was during the hockey period.
Okay.
And so we're playing we got a puck, we're playing on the driveway, whatever. We got a couple goals. And my dad is watching my brother because I don't know where I was at the time, but I wasn't there at this point.
Sure.
I'd gone inside to get like a cup of water or go to the bathroom or something, but I wasn't out there. But my brother's playing with one of the other neighbor kids, and my dad walks by and sees us playing hockey. He's like, "Hey, man!" He says to the neighbor kid, "Hey, Jacob, you gotta stop high sticking, man. Someone's gonna get hurt." And he says the very next thing he hears is the kid take a slap shot, and he hears a whack of someone getting hit, and he hits my brother right above the eye, and he had to get 10 stitches.
God damn. That's the thing that you don't think about when you see hockey sticks, is that when you're why is that a penalty, or why is high fucking checking, why is that? And then you see shit like that where somebody gets barely hit with a hockey stick, and they fucking slice their head open or knock out a tooth with nothing, and you're like, oh, it's because it's a fucking dangerous weapon.
Yeah,
but it just, you forget about that because it's used for so many productive things that you forget that it's a weapon.
Well, you also forget that when you're playing on a driveway, it's getting all scuffed and the plastic's tearing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, even worse.
Yeah. So now, so Dylan, you and my brother Hayden have matching scars now.
There you go. Yeah. Did you have another aside?
Oh yes, someone else from Raytown got married that and I found out from not the source I thought I would find out.
Annie Rockley got married.
Annie Rockley got married.
She got married.
Yep.
Damn, that's crazy.
I found out from my friend McKenna.
Sorry, doxed, I think?
Yeah, my bad.
It does.
I mean, if you can figure it out, go ahead. But
not her name anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Nerd. Good luck, losers. But I found out through my friend McKenna.
Interesting.
And who I did not know knew Annie.
Right. Well, you went to her wedding.
Well, I went to Josie's. Well, yes, Annie was a bridesmaid in a wedding that I was a groomsman at, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because she's like, she said, "I'm from the hood." She was talking, and she's like, "Oh, I'm from the hood." I said,
"Are you from Raytown?"
Yeah, I was like, "What, like Raytown?" Because someone from Raytown with country Kansas people would definitely call Raytown the hood. I was like, "What, Raytown?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm from Raytown."
I'm like, in college, made a living off that.
"Do you know the Steens?" I'm like, and she's like, "You mean like Sawyer and Truman?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "What the fuck?" Smallest world of all time.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
But then I found out that she's also connected to me through a different friend. So
there you go. Popular people.
Raytown knows how to talk to people, I guess.
Yes, sir. All right. Oh, and let's talk Chiefs. We've avoided it for long enough.
Yeah, it's all good stuff though.
Is it all good stuff about the Chiefs?
It is now.
Famous for being all good stuff, huh?
After the news on 9/11, it is now good news.
No, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Just because one bad thing happened on 9/11 doesn't mean that only bad things happen on 9/11.
You know what? That's a good outlook to have on life, Owen. You know what? I support you in this endeavor.
Just because one black cat crossed somebody's path and it made them have bad luck.
It's true.
I mean, black cat crosses our path every time we record this episode.
Yep.
Maybe sometimes twice.
That's why it hasn't popped off yet. No, I mean, what is it? They say a black cat crosses your path, it's bad luck. Black cat comes to stay, good luck.
Well,
that's why I always have black cat. Good luck.
Very good luck.
I've had good luck. You would describe me as having good luck.
you actually have the best luck.
Are you trying for more bag fries, or are you just throwing that away? Oh, okay. I appreciate you.
Yeah, but I guess something bad did happen to the Chiefs.
Wait, Vincent, are you about to go upstairs? Yeah. All right, sit down. Come on. Yeah, we gotta fucking. Real quick, and then we're gonna get into the Chiefs real quick. Hold on. Yeah. Vincent, time for your Bengals bite.
Vincent just walked by from clipping the Grub Buds episode, so we're pulling him on real quick.
Fucking man, I will say I am not an avid sports watcher. I am much more of I will just pull the game up on my phone and look at the stats and be like, interesting, and then that will be the amount of emotional investment I put in a game. They had the Bengals game on at the card shop I was playing my Yu-Gi-Oh tournament in this Sunday. And man, if every time I looked over, the Browns hadn't fucking scored another time, I was like, what the fuck? Why were we getting our ass beat so goddamn bad? And then at one point, it was like fucking 22-3. And they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for 2. And then they got it. And I'm just like, y'all are just like going for the emotional damage at this point. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Pretty brutal.
It was not great. And then on our fucking way to go pick up the Sonic, someone was like, and then the Browns manhandled. I mean, I don't know if I'd use manhandled. I was like, no, I would.
We were listening to the radio, and they're like, they're like destroyed or whatever. And there's like, I don't know if I'd say destroyed. And it was like, yeah. I think we'd all say destroyed. Joe Burrow looked awful.
Yeah.
Just fresh paid. 85 yards, 84 yards.
77, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
It's either 77 or 87.
Just got paid $55 million a year.
Yeah. So, like, well, at least you guys had, like, a game that was, like, kind of close if Kadarius Toney could catch any of those balls.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it, like, it's like, a heartbreaker, like, way to lose by 1 point. At least y'all didn't get fucking absolutely the shit kicked at you.
Blasted. It's one of those, you felt awful after watching that Chiefs game. You felt pretty bad. Like, bad. You didn't feel awful, but you were like, God damn it. But then you watched everybody else the next day, and you're like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Watch all of our friends' teams lose, except for fucking Framps, who was supposed to have the worst team of all of us. And they blew out the fucking Bears.
Dude. 82 yards for Joe Burrow, minus 15 yards for sacks, 67 yards, depending on how you want to count yards.
Fair enough.
Oh, so fantasy yards, he had 67.
Fantasy yards, he had 82.
Oh.
Right?
Well, I thought...
They don't take out the pass.
I thought sack yards count as passing yards.
Oh, now you're going to make me fucking check, aren't you?
I don't know. All I know is my Bengals bite for the week is that Joe Burrow better fucking tighten his shit up.
Joe Shiesty, also known as Joe.
Yeah, you know what?
Shitty.
Also, shout out Zim Houday on Twitter. Eat crow, buddy.
Yeah.
Eat crow. Dude was taking a victory lap on the Chiefs after...
Officially 82 yards on fantasy.
Oh, gotcha. Dude was taking a victory lap on the Chiefs after Thursday. And we all of us said, you guys better win. And then you guys didn't. And so Chiefs Kingdom has been laying it on him.
Tough season. And he was like, oh, you guys are weird in my DMs. It's like, okay, dude, whatever.
It's like, you're a fucking moron.
Tough offseason. He was also the guy that swore that the T. Higgins contract was done. And it famously is not. It is not done.
Yeah, it's not.
So.
All right, well, that's all I got for you guys. Fucking Bengals L.
I hate to tell you this, but
so we appreciate you coming on to take
it
that
does
Bengals
L.
happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's tough.
All right. Logan did have to say he was like, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a huge. He thinks they'll be fine.
Yes.
He said, Joe Burrow didn't play all training camp, and that's a good point. We talked about Orlando Brown Jr. Because I called it because I was texting. I was like, give me your opinions on this. And he called me. And we talked about this. To be fair, Myles Garrett is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Is a big part of it. He did cook Orlando Brown Jr., but he's also just kind of a fucking monster.
He also just kind of does that to everybody.
Yeah, so that's just...
Except for freshmen from Kansas State. Ayo.
He thinks they'll be fine, is what he's saying. But, okay.
I mean, it is first game struggles, so.
Yes. That being said, Owen, let's get into Chiefs-Lions. I've been waiting for so long. Hold on. I've got a metaphor, finally.
Okay.
I've been tweeting about this. It's hard to explain, but I have a bowling metaphor.
Okay.
You'll appreciate this, and no one else. You and Evan and no one else will appreciate this. But we so I came in to my boss's we talked about how I bowl at my new job. Mm-hmm. And Thursday I was talking to my boss about how I bowled. I didn't bowl great. I'm for those for reference, I'm like a 205 average bowler. I could have my PBA card technically, but I'm not good enough to bowl at the PBA level. So,
is the cutoff 200?
Yeah, you have to. If you average 200 for a whole season, you can have a PBA card.
And so you'd be like immediately semi-pro.
Yeah, I could go bowl at PBA events.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that.
But I'm not very good though.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm good, but I'm not great.
Yeah, but when you say that though, I mean, I remember that Pete Weber clip when he wins it, he bowled like a 196.
Right, but those guys are bowling on insane oil patterns.
Right,
those guys are bowling. You miss one board, and it's splitting every time. Like it is. We bowl on oil patterns where I can miss my shot by 3 or 4 boards, still might strike.
Yeah. Well,
and those guys don't bowl that. So, okay. So I came into my boss's office Thursday. We were talking about bowling. I bowled like a 180, like a 175, and like a 195. I tried to bowl 200s. I hadn't bowled a 200 yet. And we talked about this. The first week, I was really bad. I had no really good strikes, no nothing. Last week, I had plenty of strikes, but where the difference between a 170 to 160 average bowler and like a 200 average bowler is your spares.
Yep.
Everybody thinks it's your strikes, but no, it's your spares. It's your ability to make one pin spares. That's what I call it. Everybody thinks about having strikes, but it's when the strikes don't carry and you leave one pin. You leave a 10 or a 7, and you have to throw it at that. People who average over 200 hit those consistently. They're hitting 4 or 5, 9 of 10. They're hitting those. And I told him, I sat there, I said, my strikes are coming, but I'm just not hitting my one pin spares. And that's how I describe the Chiefs. They were good on Thursday, but they weren't great. They were missing that je ne sais quoi, that little extra bit. And
I've got a sais quoi for it.
Oh?
They're missing Travis Kelce.
Well, no. They weren't. It's the drops. The wide receiver drops are a great example of just missing that little thing. The one pin spares. They're missing. They just can't put them away. They couldn't.
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney catches one of those balls. He doesn't drop the pick six, or he catches that third down with 2 minutes left. It's over. Make a one pin spare. Just catch that ball.
Yeah, it's easier.
Patrick Mahomes doesn't overthrow Sky Moore when he moves
hypothetically, one pin spare should be easier than a strike.
Sky Moore catches that 4th and 25. Yeah, it is harder to be as good as the Chiefs have been throwing strikes. But the reason the Chiefs lost and the reason they didn't look great and they only looked good is they missed on the simple things.
Well, I'll also tell you, Truman, and
one pin spares.
I'll reiterate. So there's a couple people in the world that have heard me say this before, but I'll tell you what I said after the game at Pease. It took the Chiefs missing their best defensive lineman, missing their second best player on the team,
sure, and their third best player on the team,
having their best wide receiver have the worst game of his whole career,
sure,
maybe the worst game a wide receiver's seen in a Chiefs jersey,
sure,
having one of their younger players they need to step up, have an almost equally terrible game.
Sky Moore.
Yeah. For the Chiefs to lose by a point.
Yeah, and I think
the defense
looked great.
Played well without Chris Jones. So imagine how good it's going to be now that he's back. So if you're listening
to
this,
a lot of outsiders, I'm hearing a lot of praise for Nick Bolton.
He was awesome.
Who told me? Somebody else told me about how good Nick Bolton looked. But also when Logan called me and we talked, he talked about how good Nick Bolton looked. Because he talked about how in the AFC Championship game, he was like, I hope P. Ryan gets to run right at Nick Bolton because I know he'll fucking run him over. But he said, which I was like, okay. But he's like, Nick Bolton fucking came to play on Thursday. He looked like a thumper, filled the gaps, got in there. Nick Bolton was a fucking dog on Thursday.
Yeah, he was a beast. And that's what my whole takeaway from this game is that we just, us Chiefs fans are used to having this dumb loss week 5, week 4.
Yes.
I guess Colts game was, week 2, wasn't it?
Colts game was week 3, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. It was super early, though.
It was super early.
But, we're used to having this a little bit later in the season, not the first game. This is one of Andy Reid's, 4 week 1 losses in a while. This is the first time that Patrick Mahomes has not scored over 30 in his week 1 game ever. And so just a lot of weird firsts happened for this game. which is why I'm not that.
It was week 3. They beat the Chargers on Thursday night, week 2.
Which is just why I'm not worried about this game. I think what the world learned is that the Lions aren't that good. They put up 14 points of offense.
I think a team that's also missing all the people that are suspended. I think when they get all their guys back, they'll be fine.
Oh, that's true as well. But
also,
the players that are missing aren't contributing to their offense.
Again, I'm here to say another analogy. We talked about this maybe the past. I tweeted this one out, but no matter how you play blackjack, or if you play blackjack with sound strategy, I actually talked to my dad about this. I had been told something wrong by the dealer in Vegas. The dealer in Vegas said like, no matter what, if you're playing sound strategy, no matter what, when it comes to 16, you either have to always stay or always hit. I talked to my dad about that. That's not true. You always have to hit. You never stay on 16. I mean, if you're losing, if the dealer has a 7 or more and you have 16, you need to hit.
Yeah.
But you always need to hit. Even when it's painful and difficult and you're like, and a lot of the times, half the time you're going to bust. But half the time you're going to win your hands because you hit it. And that's the thing about Dan Campbell. That in that game, he punted 4th and 1.
That was
from
weird.
The Chiefs, 45 or 40. He punted. And that's, if you're going to hit on 16, always hit on 16, even when it's a couple minutes left.
Right. It's the kind of stuff we see from why am I always do this on the show. I forget the damn name. Chargers head coach, Staley.
Yes.
This is what we talk about. Chiefs fans have been talking about with Staley. You know, that first game, the first part of that game on Thursday night last year.
Yep.
He was super aggressive, went for it on all these 4th downs. And then the second half of that game, he just randomly stopped.
That's how you lose Patrick Mahomes.
And then they fucking
Dan Campbell
lost.
should have lost Patrick Mahomes.
And then they fucking lost because of it.
Yes.
And Dan Campbell was going down that same route. As an opposing fan, love the fake punt decision.
Yep.
No one is expecting that. But if you're going to be that kind of ballsy, fucking do it again.
Yeah. And the inverse for Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Be more ballsy. What the fuck are we?
No,
we have the best quarterback in the world, and we don't go for it on 4th and 2 at the opponent's 20. Fucking go for it. Also, short yardage plays.
Please, for the love of God, either put Gabbert in there and do the clown car formation that K-State does.
Do what Jalen Hurts does.
Just do anything else other than the direct snap that's been figured out.
Or and you knew it was going to be a fake. You knew they weren't going to direct snap it. Also, the fucking line should have jumped. God, that was the dumbest part.
Yes.
Is it worked. They did the hard count on the fake guy, and they got the jump, and nobody went. And I'm like, how does not one of you jump offside?
Yeah, Creed's got to move there.
Somebody has to move there. Yes.
Creed's got to snap the ball.
Yeah.
But I don't know. A lot of errors happened for the Chiefs to lose by 1. So I'm not stressed about it.
No, mental mistakes. Travis Kelce's back. Chris Jones is back. I like this.
Oh, yeah. Breaking
this
news if you
offense.
haven't heard, by the way. Almost during the recording, just right before the recording of the podcast that precedes this one, Grub Buds, we got news that Chris Jones signed.
Chris Jones signed, about 5 o'clock.
We still don't know the numbers, but we know it's a 1-year deal.
It's basically the same deal, very incentive. You know what? Let's just...
Yeah, I guess you can pull it up.
This is the next.
We have technology.
No, this is just the next.
Oh, the next topic.
The next topic was Chris Jones' contract.
Chris Jones' contract. Yeah, so I'm really happy that he's back. Now Chris can avoid the super mega morons that are in the Chiefs Kingdom Twitter fandom.
Bro, this morning, did you see the tweet?
Yes, the Chiefs please win. Got flamed by him.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Stefan? That dude is normally such a good Chiefs account.
He's fine. Let's not over.
Yeah, I guess he's.
Let's not.
I guess he's fine.
Anybody that's like that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he tweeted, Tyreek is cold-blooded, and Stefan tweeted, responded, said, "We don't care. Sign your contract." And Chris Jones just said, "Shut up." And then somebody responded, said, "Classy," and he said, "Classy, sassy, whatever makes you happy." Oh yeah, Chris Jones.
Dude, I fucking love following Chris Jones. He knows all these people are just trolls, and he slams them on Twitter and stuff all the time. Shout out, once again, speaking of Twitter, I know we briefly touched on it earlier, but shout out Kadarius Toney for firing back at Giants fans. Hilarious.
On Instagram.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean.
That's Josh Allen just trips and gets sacked because of it.
Yep. Chris Jones contract. So he didn't get a raise. He got a bunch of more incentives. Basically, a really a 1-year prove it deal.
Which is, I think, fair.
Yeah, I think listen,
he's kind of old.
It was obvious that that they weren't moving, right? That nothing was moving on the contract front.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they finally said, "Listen here, buddy. You're not getting any more years, not right now. But here's some incentives so you can make more money as long as you're good, because you're pretty sure you're going to be good, and we're all pretty sure he's going to be good." I think that's fair. I think that's okay for where we're at. I don't think. Was that an interception?
Yes.
God damn it, dude. I'm going to lose to the fucking Jets defense, dude. I'm getting cooked. I played it. Fuck. God damn it.
Truman's playing against the Jets defense in in fantasy, and Josh Allen just threw his second end zone pick.
In the fantasy with the fantasy team that I helped manage with my boss, we were up 7 points and have to play the Jets defense. They just fucking threw another interception. Well, at least Josh Allen fucking looks bad. So, the Chris Jones contract. I think I honestly think it's a deal just to get him in the doors, because I think he's sick of losing money, and I think we're sick of him not being there.
Yeah, and I think
they're going to get a deal worked out in the middle of the season. Am I crazy for that? To think that they're going to get a deal worked out in the middle of the season?
I don't. Well, he's still through contract through this season and all of next season.
Well, no, not next season yet, but they'll franchise tag him.
No, it's a 1-year deal.
No, this is the 1-year deal.
It doesn't make any sense.
It didn't add any years.
He's still under contract.
Yes, they just added incentives for him to show up.
Interesting.
Right.
Then maybe, I don't know. Well, he'll have to go out there and perform.
Right. See, I think that's the point for Chris Jones, is that for Chris Jones to get paid the amount of money he wanted to get paid, he wasn't going to get it unless he goes out and performs.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown enough to get paid Aaron Donald money. All right, go out there and play.
Well, because he was the best defensive player in the league last season, but in order to get paid that big money at his age, can he do it again?
That's not true.
Who do you think was better than him?
Nick Bosa, the guy that actually just got paid the most contract.
Yeah, but he was
ever.
Injured.
Nick Bosa.
Bosa was injured last season.
Thinking of Joey Bosa.
No, was Nick Bosa not also hurt? No. Am I tripping?
No, Nick Bosa won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, well, Nick.
2 years ago, it was TJ Watt. It's hard to call him the best player of the year. I mean, it's hard to call him the best defensive player. He's probably the best defensive tackle of last year.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Aaron Donald being hurt. He's better than Quentin Williams and Jeffrey Simmons. Pretty much just.
Yeah.
So, but.
Yeah, I guess I was confused.
I'm honestly excited for this Chiefs defensive line now that he's back. Felix got some really good looks. I saw a lot of people singing the praise. What's weird for me, I feel like I never see Felix do anything, but all I see is people talking about how good he's been, which I enjoy, but I legit just haven't seen him do anything.
I haven't seen him do anything that crazy either.
But I was in the car running Crab Rangoons home for my girlfriend when Felix almost got that safety.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it was close.
And I didn't see it. So, I don't know.
It was really close.
I'm just allergic to Felix and Udike Uzama.
Yeah,
although,
I don't know.
I did order my knockoff jersey from China.
For Felix?
Yep.
Nice.
We'll see how it goes. I tried to sign back into my account on that website, and it just
DHgate?
keeps on telling me that I don't have the right password, and then I reset the password, and it says, you don't have the right password. I was like, motherfucker, I just reset this password. So, I'm a little worried.
Truman's worried about the China.
The China?
It's from China.
But that one's coming, and then I got 2 new Islanders things coming later this
Did
week.
you get the normal blue?
Yes,
okay,
I did.
good.
I got the JG,
I don't
Jean Gabriel Pajot.
I don't like
Pajot?
Pajot, yeah.
Pajot.
Yeah. I do not like the alternate as much as you, man.
I did.
But
that's why I got that. But I got the
fisherman.
I think I got the hoodie with it. I think that's a better look.
The old fisherman, the whaler.
Yeah.
I'm not in on it, man.
The Islander himself. Yes.
Yes, I'm not.
Well,
I don't know. I'm just not as high as you are. But anyway, fucking
wrong,
Chris
but it's
Jones deserves to get paid. He got a raise.
he got a raise.
And
He got an incentive-based raise, which I think is the best for everybody involved.
So
to get
there's
him
been
in
talk,
in
Truman,
here so he can perform.
about him getting franchise tagged for like the most expensive franchise tag ever.
Not ever, but yeah.
But like a quarterback level franchise tag.
Yeah, he's gonna get.
Do you think we tag him next year?
Yes.
Do you think he reports to camp?
No. I think you tag him. He's either gonna have a deal, or he's gonna get tagged and traded. There's no reason to not get picks back for Chris
I think
Jones.
it would be silly to trade him, man.
You have to get, but you can't just let him walk for
No, you
nothing.
can't.
You tag him, you trade him, you get some picks. Easy.
But I don't think. That's what Carrington Harrison was saying on Twitter. Is that I don't think there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to want to deal with his contract plus trade compensation.
Yeah.
Plus dealing with the Chiefs.
Yep. Oh well. They're gonna have to.
So yeah, I don't think
They did it for Tyreek Hill.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. But so no, I guess all that to say, I don't think you're crazy for thinking that the contract might get done this season.
I honestly, I think he's gonna get. I think he balls out, or he doesn't ball out. Because I think he saw what happened to Orlando Brown Jr. That's a great example of somebody who didn't take the Chiefs offer, played it out on a prove it deal, didn't prove it, proved he was worth less, made about $5 to $10 million less per year.
Yep, which was weird.
Yep.
The Chiefs said, "Okay, have fun."
Yeah. Now he's a turnstile over there in Cincy. Got fucking dominated by Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
But so does a lot of people.
that being said, everyone gets dominated by Myles Garrett. He's a monster.
He's
And
a freak.
Myles has been really going crazy these last couple of years too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Ever since he hit Mason Rudolph
more
with
and
that
more
helmet,
I
honestly.
see Brett Veach let players go. I trust his decision making. His hitting, the one player that I think he's missed on letting go. Well, I guess no, that was Dorsey that let Houston walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like
because Dorsey was terrible with the cap.
Yeah, he's like the only Chiefs player in the last couple of years, Houston has been, that I've been like, man, why did we let him go? He's popping off somewhere else.
Yep.
Like, we finally let Peters go, and he had not been very good for the Ravens.
He wasn't very good for the Ravens. No, he wasn't good for the Rams. He was good for the Ravens.
He was fine for the Ravens. He was the exact same as he was
He's in Vegas now? Is that right? I think he went to Vegas.
Vegas. Is he not still on the Ravens?
No, I think he went to Vegas.
Oh, I don't know. But he was the same thing he was in Kansas City, which was
What team does
constantly
Marcus
getting
Peters play
beat in
for?
coverage if he wasn't picking off the ball.
Nope, he does play for the Rams. Oh, the Rams. Sorry.
He plays for the Rams again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, but
Wait,
you
hold
think
on.
about Charvarius Ward, Juan Thornhill, Colin Saunders, all guys allowed to walk. Tyrann Mathieu was a shocker at the time, but I don't think the Chiefs have suffered from safety play recently.
I think he was old.
I mean,
think
in
it
the
makes
Super Bowl,
sense.
the safety.
No, he is with the Raiders. I was right. Okay.
What are you looking at?
Siri got it wrong and pulled up playerswiki. I was like, I clicked on it. I was like, what the fuck? No.
But I mean, the player that the Chiefs used to replace Tyrann Mathieu's production, got an interception in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So, and just getting younger at every position was still selling. Hey, but speaking of younger at every position, do you think L'Jarius Sneed is a Chief next year? I'm not sure. He is.
Here's my thoughts on those things.
Oh, hey, we have someone said hello in chat.
Hello, boys. Cool bread pillow. Hey, thank you. I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
boss.
I follow if you can burp. I think you've already followed. I think we burped.
Yeah, I think we know. You've been here before.
Yes, he's been here before.
That's why he follows.
Yes. Here's my take on this. I think either Chris Jones is here next year, or L'Jarius Sneed and Nick Bolton are here next year.
I guarantee you that out of the two, but we didn't burp loud though. Yes, we did. It was 2 years ago.
We're bad at burping. I'm not gonna sit here and say we're good at it.
Yeah, sorry, big slime. But the Jerry Sneed is gonna be the one to go. Brett Veach.
I won't miss L'Jarius Sneed that much.
I mean, I'll hate to see him go. He's a player that helped the Chiefs win a Super Bowl, but
I was more upset about Charvarius Ward leaving. And Charvarius Ward has continued to prove that he's a top 10 cornerback in the NFL.
But the Chiefs have also continued to prove that they're really good at evaluating young corners.
That's true. That's true.
So
Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams, all serviceable.
Yeah.
Trent McDuffie has been good.
He's been very good. He's going to be our number one corner this year.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but Brett Veach has continuously shown that he can evaluate corner talent in the late rounds and pick them up in the early rounds as well. So I don't think the cornerback, as long as Brett Veach is
and middle linebackers, honestly, don't get paid that much. So Nick Bolton could be.
No, I think
be fine.
I think Nick Bolton's getting paid. I'm not sure if Willie Gay is getting paid. I'd love it if Willie Gay got paid. I think he's a great linebacker.
I think he's got a cheap contract coming. I think he's got a cheap deal too.
Maybe.
I think both those guys can sign for about $10 million. I think Willie Gay probably signs for about $5 million a year, and I think Nick Bolton signs for about $10 million a year.
Yeah, because a lot of our other positions are still filled. Offensive line, we're good. Mostly, we have a couple rookie deals coming up on that with Creed, but the Creed's like 2 years from now.
Creed and Trey Smith are about 2 years from now. Tooney's got to get paid again too soon.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll give him a cheaper deal because he's old as shit, or he'll retire.
That's true.
But Tooney's been a monster.
Tooney's been solid. He's been quietly solid.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, offensive.
You don't want to hear from him.
Yeah, offensive linemen are the exact same, in my opinion, as cornerbacks.
Yeah.
If you're hearing about them, that's bad.
Yeah, if you ever see Trent McDuffie on the TV, it's nothing good.
Yeah.
Unless he's got the ball in his hands.
Right.
Or
unless he's making a pick or doing
yeah.
a pass breakup.
Yeah.
But, if you're like, man, I haven't heard from Trent McDuffie all game. That's great. That means they didn't throw at him.
That's good. Yes.
Yeah, but, all that to say, I think the Chris Jones might get a deal done in the offseason. I think Patrick Mahomes, or sometime this season. Can they restructure Mahomes' deal midseason?
Yeah, you can restructure it at any point.
Yeah, so Mahomes would be like, yeah, you can chop another $1 million into a signing bonus. Mahomes doesn't give a crap.
Couple million.
Mahomes is thinking about his possibility to catch Tom Brady.
Yeah, I don't think Mahomes.
I think if they wouldn't have won last year, Mahomes might have gone for money.
Yeah.
But with them winning last year, he's like, man, I've never not been in an AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been to the Super Bowl more times than I've been knocked out of the AFC Championship.
Yeah. You see T. Higgins' comments?
No, what'd he say?
Pretty disgruntled. Says he's ready to be a number one wide receiver somewhere. He said that this week. Not here.
What
no
if?
Way. No way.
You're telling me you wouldn't take T. Higgins?
I would take T. Higgins. He's not coming here because the Bengals won't allow him to come here.
The Bengals.
They'll probably trade him next year.
Wouldn't it be funny if we did like a double trade? Like we let him go somewhere and then immediately traded
Chris Jones for T. Higgins?
No way.
Like they trade him to like the
insane.
Rams, and then we're like calling the Rams. We're like, "Hey yo, Rams, send us T. Higgins.
Tell
them to run me my money."
That'd be crazy. No, we're never doing that. No, I don't really see Chris Jones playing for someone else.
That's fair.
I think he's good enough that I'm willing to have him have a bad contract to retire a Chief.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on. Let's keep talking. Listen, we'll have plenty of Chris Jones take. No matter what, I'm fucking excited to see him play. I'm excited for this team. Honestly, I'm still feeling pretty good about the Chiefs, but now I'm feeling even better about the Chiefs now that Chris Jones is back.
Yeah, that was a big dark cloud looming over our head.
Yes.
So
get that problem solved. Get Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce back on Sunday. Chiefs should be favored by. They were favored by 3 this morning, which I really couldn't believe. But now they should be favored by 5.5.
6. Yeah, 6.
Wait, here you go. Wait, you want to guess the line? Speaking of Chiefs Jaguars preview.
6.5. I think they're going to give the Chiefs a full 7-point advantage.
I don't think the line moves that much.
I think with the Jags not playing that great, that the Chiefs will have the advantage that much.
DraftKings, here we go. Well, because the defense wasn't bad.
For the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the defense was very good. They only gave up 14 points. If I tell you the Chiefs defense only gives up 14 points, you would tell me, like, for the whole year, you'd tell me we're going 17-0.
Yeah. No, line stayed at -3.
Hammer it?
Yeah, I'm going to hammer that one.
Yeah.
You know what line I'm also going to hammer?
Which one?
Let me get the exact number.
What game is it?
Oh, let me tell you.
Is it the Cats game?
Fucking calm down.
Is the Cats over?
No. Cats -4.5 on over Mizzou.
I'll take that.
I'm hammering that. K-State's going to beat the hell out of Mizzou.
Is that the line you're going to pull up?
Yeah.
I just binked it.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
Get fucked.
There's only so many lines.
Yeah, I mean, that one I'm hammering. I'm really upset that Holy Cross lost. Dude, they were hanging in there with Boston College.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
Did you have them on a money line?
No. Oh, yeah, on the money.
What?
If I would have bet the spread, it would have been easier money. But I wanted the plus 300 for the money line.
What?
Because I thought they were going to win.
What knowledge did you have about Holy Cross Boston College? That you were
I
betting
follow
on?
a guy on TikTok, and his betting advice and game knowledge has been awesome. But Holy Cross is like the best FCS team. Not James Madison's obviously not FCS anymore, but they're like top two
North
FCS
Dakota State.
teams.
North Dakota State.
And Boston College is like the worst FBS team.
Yeah.
So I thought that Holy Cross. I agreed with him that Holy Cross had a legitimate chance to win, and they lost 28-31.
Ooh.
Yeah, rough.
But
If you follow Big Game Boomer, which I know you do, Holy Cross won Best Student Section. It was an away game for Holy Cross. Their students filled up an entire section at Boston College, and were like louder than the college fans.
Fair enough.
Which was insane. But yeah, so
Okay.
I'll also hate it on K-State. But speaking of betting, do you want to go over my parlay real quick?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I want to do Chiefs Jaguars.
Oh.
I want to stay in order of the show.
Oh, my bad. Show.
You're all over the place. My bad. All right, here we go. Hey, as we like to do every week, we like to break down the Chiefs versus Jaguars here. Hey, if you guys are still here on the YouTube, hey, like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate it. Hey, numbers are going up.
Hit that bell. Hit that
people-
follow on Spotify.
People been big on the Dahm That's True lately. It's
Yeah,
pretty
shout out.
cool.
You know, we've been getting actually some Twitter, shout outs from the boys.
Yeah.
And the ladies, of course.
We appreciate you.
So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Chiefs versus Jaguars this week. Jawan Taylor revenge game? Question mark? Ooh.
Many are saying it.
Holy shit, dude. The amount of people talking about Jawan Taylor lined up in the backfield blew my mind.
Dude, he's fucking nailing it.
He's also doing what every tackle in the NFL does. Somebody showed the Bengals offensive line. Guess what? Orlando Brown, even with the slot receiver, and the right tackle, even further back than Orlando Brown.
I don't get how people are crying.
It's
Because
just
if they do it every time it's not called, then they have to be doing it right.
it's just because he was also getting a great jump. But then the great jump was exactly timed with the ball. So then people were like, well, he's also lined up too far back. It was like, okay, dude. All right, dude.
Exactly, Snowball. It's some bullshit.
That's one of those, you don't know ball. You're complaining because you saw other people complaining. Listen, everybody knows that's where tackles have been.
Truman's cat has been meowing at the stairs before preparing to sprint up them, and just did it for a second time tonight.
Yeah, the cat meowed as she ran up the stairs, made a weird noise. But the totally derailed my train of thought.
Black cat cross your path, Truman?
Ayo. But the amount of people complaining about Jawan Taylor was just insane.
I don't know, dude. He was cooking. People are talking about Aiden Hutchinson playing a really good game, which he did. Aiden Hutchinson did look very good. But there was one play when Aiden Hutchinson did a double spin move on Jawan to get to the inside. But Jawan won the rep.
Forced him inside. Patrick Mahomes ran for a first down right after that. And Aiden Hutchinson gave up on the thing.
And that's just another thing that Mahomes does really well. And I'm super tired of seeing people on social media be like, oh my gosh, the announcers are just meat riding Mahomes. It's because he's doing things really well. And you watching the game are like, man, that's, this is just a basic thing. But it's not, though. You go watch this Bills Jets game right now, and you see Zach Wilson making these really poor decisions in the pocket.
Josh Allen just tripped.
Yeah, Josh Allen tripped in the pocket.
Theo Ash, NFL on TikTok, actually really pointed this out when he was doing his Chiefs offseason review, and I hadn't even thought about it, but he's like, yeah, Mahomes has essentially developed this trait where he just doesn't get sacked anymore. And I was like, really? And if you look, Mahomes actually he's working on the record for the most consecutive times being pressured without getting a sack. Like the last 50 times he's been pressured, he hasn't been sacked.
Yeah, and then I saw TikTok over the weekend of someone yelling about the Browns' offensive line, but their quarterback there. Oh my, why am I forgetting his name?
Deshaun Watson.
No, sorry, I meant
Joe
Bears.
Burrow?
Justin Fields. It was Justin Fields.
Yes.
Why can't I pull it up immediately in my brain? But Justin Fields took a horrible drop back and got sacked because he didn't have any pocket presence when the right tackle, ushered his guy 10 yards into the backfield.
Right.
And we just don't see Mahomes do that.
No,
if someone goes around the
anymore.
outside, Mahomes is immediately stepping into that space.
He had that trouble. He had trouble with it, and I think it was 2021. He was dropping way too far back.
Yeah.
Orlando Brown's first year here. He was dropping way too far back. The guys would blow past him. It was a problem. Mahomes fixed it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It just blows my mind. It's crazy. Okay, Chiefs versus Jaguars. Main points. Jags looked okay against the Colts. They should have won by probably 3 scores. They only won by 2 scores because the Colts had one of those where they hit Trevor Lawrence's arm as it's coming forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Colts guy picked up the ball, and then but he thought the play was dead, and then they hit the ball out of that guy's hands, and then they picked that up, and then they ran it back, and it was a score. And then they looked back, and he had fumbled it. One of those awkward ones where you're like, oh, the refs haven't blown the whistle. And you're like, okay. And honestly, to be fair, that one looked like he fumbled it when he got hit. But
yeah, that's one of those ones where the offensive line coach just goes, man, if you're touching the ball, you better fall on it.
But the Jags are up 3 late in that game. They scored a touchdown with, I want to say, a minute or 2 left. So it really wasn't as much of a blowout as it looked like, but also they had that
Wait, I thought they
touchdown.
only won by
They won by 10.
Well, weren't they trailing at one point?
They were trailing at one point.
Okay.
After that bullshit. They were down 21-17 after that.
I had the Jags in my 5-team parlay.
Yeah.
And I was starting to sweat because those fuckers weren't beating the Colts like they should. And if you know, as you guys all know from listening to this show for 3 years, when I do my 5-team parlay, I bet each individual pick on the money line.
Right.
So
yeah.
I was getting real upset because if my picks are underdogs enough, when I go 3-2 on a parlay, I might still make money because I'll be losing 3 bets, but I'll be winning 3 as well. But it's always better to go 4-2 than 3-3. But
that's fair.
Yeah, whatever. But
okay.
Yeah, I didn't really watch much of the Jags game, honestly. I was just score tracking.
I was red zone. I was red zoning it.
Yeah, I was in the car a lot and then just ignoring the NFL.
I mean, I think the Chiefs without Chris Jones or Travis Kelce, I think could also have a shot at these Jags.
Well, yeah,
but Travis Kelce being back and Chris Jones being back, I think the line at -3 is correct. Now that we've had our dumb loss, I rescind, and that's what I want to talk to you about. We did Chiefs predictions at the beginning of the year. I predicted them at 14-3.
Yeah.
You predicted them at 15-2
with both losses to the Chargers.
Do you want to amend that at all?
Yeah, of course, but that's not how it works.
No, but I mean, if you could amend it, what do you think the Chiefs are going now? 14-3?
14-3.
I think they're going 14-3 still.
14-3, 13-4.
I think they go 14-2 to finish this out.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense to me.
I think they learned their lesson. I think Travis Kelce will be back. I think they're going to look very good next week.
Well, don't forget the pseudo bye week.
Yes. Also true, also helps.
And people forget just how much that means to NFL players.
Especially Andy Reid.
And especially the line.
Yes.
It's been said that 2 linemen, going to war in the trenches is like a car crash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like a car crash every play.
Yeah, in terms of force.
But also, I mean, and I think after you have a game like Kadarius Toney had, like Sky Moore had, I think it helps to have
a longer refresher,
a couple extra days off to really reset mentally. And
I might bet a Kadarius Toney touchdown because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna get in a short yardage play, run some kind of jet sweep trickeration to get an easy touchdown to Kadarius.
Yeah. Andy Reid said they're sticking with Kadarius Toney.
Right, of course.
And I think this offense is going to hum a little bit better with Kadarius Toney in there. It also just the offense, if you look, the routes were bad. And Blake Bell was getting some Travis Kelce routes, which was dumb. This offense doesn't make sense without Travis Kelce. The same way that the defense doesn't really make sense without Chris Jones, even though the defense did play well.
That whole game,
and I think the offense still played well. I think this team is a playoff team without those 2 guys. But I think with those 2 guys in, I think that's what makes the Chiefs a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, like a number 1 or number 2 seed minimum.
Right.
Team.
Yes. And I think we're still right on track. Burrow lost.
Josh Allen's going to win tonight.
Chargers lost. Would love for the Bills to lose, but they're going to win.
Well, but they're going to have the toughest division in football that isn't the AFC North.
And we're going to talk about good teams here soon. Okay. We've talked a lot about the Chiefs. Jags, I think Jags are good.
They're good.
They look solid.
They have the easiest playoff spot of all time.
Yes, they're going to win the AFC South. Calvin Ridley looked pretty good.
But you know who else looked good is Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson looked fine.
He's the best rookie quarterback.
He threw some pretty bad interceptions.
Yeah, that's true.
Best rookie quarterback. I don't know if I'd say that either.
CJ Stroud looked terrible.
Yeah, but and Bryce Young looked okay.
Bryce Young had 2 picks. Anthony Richardson only had 1.
I thought he had 2.
2 touchdowns.
He only had 1?
Pretty sure they only had 1. Unless I read my fantasy score wrong. But Bryce Young definitely had 2.
If you had him in fantasy, then I'm gonna believe you more.
I have him in like 3 fantasy teams.
No, okay, he did it. He 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also looked like
he had 2 total touchdowns. He rushed 1 in because he had 20 points.
God, Deion Jackson fumbled the ball twice. That's crazy.
Yikes. Well, we keep avoiding the question about the Jaguars. I haven't really watched much of that Jaguars. I assume they're the same as last year. Because their draft didn't impress me. I mean, Tank Bigsby is eventually going to be good, but I don't think he's going to be a factor this year. And Josh Allen just threw a 3rd pick.
I'm gonna cry, dude.
That's fucking insane. But I know that we're gonna beat them, man. I don't think we need to spend much time. Like, I might eat crow. The Jags.
I like to be thorough.
The Jags are a good team.
Jags are a playoff team.
But I just, if with the Chiefs firing on all cylinders, I just don't see them beating us.
Give me a very similar game to the AFC Championship game. We always like to do a little score prediction here. Give me. I think this Chiefs offense comes out angry. I think it's almost going to be like that 49ers game last year.
Oh, we just fucking smacked them?
Give me 35-24 Chiefs.
That is our favorite score prediction, by the way. 35 is our favorite Chiefs number.
Oh, because the Chiefs always score 30. They love to score
30. Give me 31-15.
Weird. Okay. 5 field goals? No, but
maybe something weird.
Yeah, something weird. Fair enough.
But yeah, I just don't. I think the
2 field
Chiefs'
goals
defense is actually really good.
I do think that as well.
So I'm interested to see how an offense
plays
into the Chiefs' strength, which is a secondary.
How Patrick Mahomes does with the top 10 defense. I'm very excited.
Yes, but I don't. If the Jags win, I'll come here and eat crow. But I can't see us losing this one. Just like I couldn't see us losing Detroit. Something Detroit-esque would have to happen to us.
Yeah, I think they're going to sack Trevor Lawrence 3 times.
I think Chris Jones is going to have a monster game.
I think Chris Jones is going to have a sack for sure.
Because he's going to be, and he's going to
book it,
and he's going to make the money symbols with his hands.
Felix Anudike is on the first sack.
Think so?
First career sack this game.
Well, yeah, because Chris Jones is going to feed him one.
I think that's also going to help our defensive ends look even better. And by the way, with Charles Omenihu back week 6, oh my god. Oh my god!
And speaking of that, though, Karlaftis was kind of balling.
Karlaftis was balling. Felix had some pressures. Mike Dana looked good.
I don't want to, come across as homers. Felix was fine.
Felix was good.
He was fine.
Felix was as good of a rookie defensive end as we've seen for the Chiefs. He looked better than Karlaftis looked in week 1.
Sure, but Karlaftis also had a huge upswing at the end of the season.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll wait to see if Felix has the same thing.
Okay, fair enough. There's score prediction. Hey, we appreciate you guys for checking out that prediction. If you guys are just watching this little segment on YouTube,
yeah, appreciate you
we'll
guys.
probably break it off. You know how it goes. All right, move forward. NFC South Team of the Week. That's right. In the previous years, we've done AFC South Team of the Week. The AFC South is just no longer that fun.
Yeah.
This year, the really shitty division, the NFC South.
But they got some dubs this weekend, though.
They got some dubs. Three teams got dubs. You can pick your favorite. I know where I'm going.
We're probably going the same.
Come on, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, come on.
Buddy. Come on, Baker Mayfield. Hell yeah, buddy. He does is win. He's like Jimmy Garoppolo. All he does is win. Just enough. I saw Baker Mayfield fucking put his body on the line to get a first down.
Yeah,
at
he's
one
new
point.
Fitzpatrick, man.
I like Baker. I don't.
I think the more removed he is from the stuff that happened to him and by him while he was at OU, the more I like him.
And Cleveland especially. Yeah.
Well, I really started liking Baker ever since his progressive commercials. Man,
yes.
He was funny.
He's a great actor. He's a great progressive actor.
He's so funny. But every interview you hear from him, he just fucking nails it.
Yep.
It's like, because you're all these reporters trying to bait him out with questions that he would have,
he's
snapped
matured
at in college. Yeah, he's mature now.
He's simply matured.
Yeah, so I'm just, I'm a Baker fan as well. I do have to say, I do like it when he wins.
Yep. All right, fair enough.
So I'm giving it to the Buccaneers too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, congrats.
Derek Carr looked good, though.
Derek Carr looked fine. Derek Carr looked a lot like Jimmy Garoppolo. They're the same people.
Well, apparently that's good enough to win.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, did you see the stat that according to like offensive play charts, like an EPA, the Broncos and the Raiders have the 2 best offenses in the NFL right now, but they scored 17 and 16 points. So like, how good could their offenses really be?
I choose to move on from that. Owen, our next question.
Yeah, what's up?
Who's the best team in the NFL after week 1?
The Niners.
You think Niners? I'm going to go Miami Dolphins. I think Tua and Tyreek, I think they all look very good. I think that defense looks terrible. I think it's the inverse of the Niners problem where that defense just fucking smothers them.
Yeah, but defense wins championships, man.
Does it?
Yes.
When was the last time a defense won a championship?
Dude, ask Drew Brees, man.
That's fucking Seattle. Drew Brees was good that year. Shut up.
Drew Brees never had a good defense, which is why he never won championships.
Well, he won a Super Bowl.
He won one when he had a decent defense.
He had a fine defense.
But he never won one when he didn't. Defense wins championships.
Seattle. I mean, Seattle is the really.
No one has ever.
Or actually, Denver is the last one to have a good defense and win.
Yeah, and they didn't have an offense.
But I think Miami looks scary. I think Miami is a legit contender.
We'll see.
I think San Francisco is a contender.
Can they do it on a rainy day at Stoke?
Is that?
Gosh dang it! I was just telling my Discord friends about this.
Is that a Tottenham reference?
It's kind of an English soccer
reference.
That's
what I thought.
So Stoke is a city in the northeast of England. It's cold as fuck and rainy, and their players are known for just bodying you on defense up there. So Tua needs to learn if he can do it on a snowy day in Buffalo, which he will have.
A rainy day in Stoke. Yes.
Yeah, a rainy day at Stoke.
I got you.
And in New England.
Yes. But I think the Dolphins are legitimate contenders. I'm still out on the Bills, especially after watching this fucking Monday night game. This is awful.
Josh Allen just 3 picks, dude. That's crazy.
I think they're gonna win, but I don't think that means.
I mean, we don't know. The Jets have the ball right now, driving with 6 minutes left as we're filming this. We're trying to watch this game and keep us updated and form our opinions. But yeah, they're driving. They're in the red zone almost.
Oh fuck, they're actually at the 20. Well, hold on.
Zach
35 here. 35, 6 minutes left. Hold on, we'll announce this live. Zach Wilson incomplete. He catches that ball. Oh, Garrett Wilson caught it at the 8.
Zach Wilson got an exorcism. No longer sees ghosts.
That's Sam.
Oh wait, that's Sam Darnold. Fuck.
But it's just Jets quarterbacks in general have been
true. They all see ghosts.
Okay.
I do not think it's the Dolphins. I think it's the Niners.
I don't think they're the best.
Even
team.
the Eagles struggled. So
the Eagles looked bad. The Eagles choked that game away for Josh. Eagles choked that game away, and they lucked out that the Patriots are bad. Same with I say the Lions made bad coaching decisions and lucked out that the Chiefs.
Zach Wilson putting the moves on, putting his body on the line.
That the Chiefs continued to shit the bed. But I think that they should have lost. I think the Lions. I think the Eagles should have lost too. Jalen Hurts.
Everybody looked.
Jalen Hurts. 5 minutes left in the game. Eagles up 5. Fumbles it at his own 24.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Lucky.
Bad. All I'm saying is that all the best teams in the NFL lost week 1. So if your team didn't lose,
that's true.
Hey, be careful.
But yeah, according to week 1,
I still gotta go with Niners. Niners are gonna be in the NFC Championship game, 100%.
Yes, but I would say, don't be shocked.
Oh my goodness! Garrett Wilson just absolutely one-hand mossed his defender.
He mossed this guy.
Like he had no business. This ball should have been picked. Look at this.
I'm ready to see.
Like this is absolutely ridiculous. What I just witnessed, and holy shit!
Tell me when it's on.
Yeah,
but
it's on right now. Lol.
There we go. Yep.
Took him.
Oh my god.
It wasn't even bad coverage, but Garrett.
No, that's great coverage. Holy shit! He one hand tips it, bobbles it, finishes the catch. 2 hands on the ground. Oh, can't.
This ridiculous.
What do you want?
Now that they're gonna miss this extra point.
That would be funny.
That would be fun.
Right down the effort. So tied 13-13 now. Okay.
Yeah, but all that to say, that's the Niners, man.
Niners are the best team in the NFL.
Yes.
Brock Purdy.
He's fine.
You look good.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy.
I could look good with that team too.
Yeah. But Brock Purdy got there. But Brock Purdy's tall, Owen.
Yeah, I suppose he is pretty tall.
Purdy 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 220 yards.
Whoa, 220? Holy shit.
91.3 QBR, which is pretty fucking solid.
Yeah, because they're just jet sweeping it.
What? That's not. What?
They do that little touch pass thing to Mahomes now.
Yeah, okay. Brandon Ayuk, I sat him on my bench, fucking 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'll throw him in my lineup next week so he can have fucking 60 yards and no touchdowns and fumble the ball. Okay, moving on. Oh, it's time to review our week 1 picks. Way easier to track this year. Doesn't take 30 minutes for us to get caught up. Thank you. Owen, you open the week 1. Depending on how this goes, we both picked, I think, Buffalo to win here. Let me check one more time.
Am I doing poorly?
Hold on. Let me.
Can you put it on the big screen for us?
I can. I will. Hold on.
That would be lovely.
Shut up, nerd.
Hurry up. This is an audio podcast mainly.
Okay. Oh, and me and you both picked Buffalo to win, so you will beat me this first week.
Of course. I mean,
that's right. Here are the results.
That is the expected outcome. I am plus 100 to repeat. Mean, minus 100 to repeat.
So for the visual listeners that are tuned into the YouTube right now, you'll be seeing these numbers. These numbers are all essentially doubled because we did, every team either wins and loses, whatever. So I add them all up and then I have them. I had 7 wins. Although if Buffalo wins, I'll be 8-9. If Buffalo wins, you'll be 9-8.
Hell yeah.
The group or the guests went 11, 5-1.
Hey, it sounds like we got more knowledgeable guests this year. Shout out the guests.
Shout out the guests. Pretty fucking good. I think if they win, I think the guests picked the Jets to win.
Wait, what's the one?
The guests disagreed on something.
Oh, okay.
So one picked it correct, one picked it wrong. So
you just give it as a tie.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because it's 11.5. So yeah. The group 9-8. So the group's gonna do pretty well, especially if Buffalo wins. The group will be 10-7 as a group.
And this kind of thing just shows you, man, you don't know crap. You have a general idea. Everyone knows and has a general idea of what most of the teams' records are going to be like, but it's so hard to pick individual games in the NFL.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Your wide receiver might have the worst game of his whole career.
Yep.
Your quarterback might have an awful offensive line, show its glaringly biggest problem. A player who's been arrested for sexual assault might, just play decently enough to win. You never know.
Shout out Deshaun Watson? Question mark?
Yeah, that was a Deshaun Watson reference.
Fair enough. Was he ever arrested technically?
I think.
I hope so.
They settled out of court, which
is
for me is essentially an admission of guilt.
Yeah. I don't.
Listen, I'm on the Deshaun Watson is guilty train.
Yeah, not a fan. No, I don't think anybody here needs to be defended. I don't think many people are defending Deshaun Watson.
It's kind of like when the whole Bill Cosby thing came out, and it was like 3 women, and you're like, maybe they're just coming out. But then it was like it kept growing, and it got to 70, and you're like, holy shit.
24 is a lot. 24 is a lot.
Yeah.
For Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. So
there you go. There's our week 1 picks. Speaking of week 1 picks, Sting vs. Machine is back. Woo! I don't think we're gonna hide it behind. I don't think we're gonna hide it behind the Patreon this year. We're gonna just put it on YouTube, especially because my dad isn't handicapping professionally anymore. Well, he's the marketing leader now,
but he's not doing any of the handicapping.
No.
So yeah, he can't directly influence what these people are doing.
Right. Well, you can directly influence by watching Sting vs. Machine.
The Bills just fumbled.
Oh my god.
So you are definitely losing that game. Oh, and Bills offensive lineman just got up and got a fat penalty.
He hit somebody?
Yes.
Oh my god. That's so
There's
stupid.
no
it's the same guy. It's 73. He did the same thing in
well, it's a brawl.
Oh, it's a whole brawl.
They just pulled him down and there's still no flags.
No, somebody's hat is off, which means that there's definitely a flag or 2 or 3. Okay. Sting vs. Machine. I went 3-2. Dad went 4-1. A pretty good start. I can't complain.
2 Hemi neutrons, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Owen, 5-team parlay of the week. How'd it go?
I did what I shouldn't have done, Truman. I trusted the fucking Bears, bro. I went 4-1.
I still couldn't believe that you picked the Bears.
Fuck, dude. What? Okay, so I'm never trusting C.J. Stroud ever again. I mean, Justin Fields. I did that again.
Racist.
2 trash-ass Ohio State quarterbacks is what I was confusing there.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, so my parlay was Ravens, Dolphins, Jags, Eagles, Bears.
Okay.
And so Jags, Ravens won.
Yep.
Bears were, by the way, minus 120 in this game.
Yeah, Bears got fucking cooked.
Yeah, Bears lost. Eagles and Dolphins both won.
That's
so,
all right. I took the Bears on Steam versus Machine also.
Yeah. So I took
we were Bears believers on this
So
show.
I took Jags at minus 225, Ravens at minus 500, Eagles at minus 190, and Dolphins at plus 135. So those 4 and 2 nets you 1/2 unit.
Does it?
Yes.
You added all those up?
I already did the math.
100. Oh, because the Bears losing was minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you had to have made more.
No. Because I lost 2 bets and won 4.
Wait, but you only have a 5-team parlay. Oh.
Because I'm betting each individual
Oh,
pick
okay.
as well.
So you lost 100 on the parlay.
Mm-hmm.
You lost 120.
Yes.
So 220, 400. I got where you're at. 1.8.
I just physically did the math.
So you're
as
plus
well.
1.8 units then?
No. Plus a half unit.
Oh. I guess it all comes down to. So I guess the flip side of this is that you should technically.
Oh, I guess my lines for.
This is where we talk about betting units and stuff. This is where the problem comes from. If you're betting favorites, you should be betting 3. If they're minus 300 favorites, you should be betting 3 units to win 1. But that's not what you're doing.
No, I just have 1 standard unit.
So then I think that's that's a nightmare to calculate then.
Yeah, well I did the math anyway. So my unit for this week was $5. I ended up with a positive $2.50. So I lost 10, and then with the Ravens I won $1 back. With the Eagles and the Jags, I got another $2 back
Each?
Yes.
So that's 5.
With the
So you're still down $5.
The Dolphins game, I got 8.
Oh, that's right.
So that comes down to around 2.5,
okay.
$12.50, and 12.5 minus 10.
Yes, I got you.
Is 2.5.
Okay.
Which is 1/2 unit.
Did you bet all those separately?
Yes.
Okay, so you were okay. That's fine then. All right, I believe you. You're all good. Sorry.
I already did my math. I actually came prepared for this.
I just knew that math was a fucking nightmare. So
at lunch, I checked the math.
Damn.
To be prepared for the show.
4th down coming for the Jets.
Crazy show. But yeah, so I'm not I'm not betting on the Bears ever again. I think Green Bay actually looks kind of decent. Decent.
5-team parlay of the week. You got another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to slap one out of here.
Man has been cooking. Man was cooking at lunch. Some people eat at lunch. Owen's cooking at lunch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna go Falcons over Packers. Actually,
I'll say I actually hate the board this week. I will say.
Yeah, it's
Not
a pretty
great
tough
board.
one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Falcons. We're gonna go Colts.
Okay.
We're going to go Seahawks. Another spicy.
Seahawks over the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. The Seahawks looked bad.
Seahawks, and then we're gonna go Bucks because I'm gonna bet against the Bears to smack them, and then we're gonna go Chiefs.
Oh.
This is a juicer.
Chiefs, Bucks. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Falcons, Colts, Seahawks, Bucks, Chiefs.
Brother, if this hits. You're Bezos.
This
dog.
is a slap and a half.
This is plus 28.30. This will pay for all your
28.77 on MGM.
Oh, there you go. Shop your lines.
Yeah, Falcons plus 100, Colts minus 120, Seahawks plus 200, Buccaneers minus 155, and Chiefs minus 155.
I'm getting some FOMO right now. I think I'm going to bet this. I'm betting $3.95 on this because I have $23.95 in my account. So I'm betting $3.95. If this hits for me, Owen, I win $115.
Yeah, this is a juicer.
Are you? How much? You gonna bet 5?
Yeah.
$5 on it?
This is how I maintain my money in my account. Is I bet only in $5 increments.
Jets got the first down.
They sure did.
They go for it on 4th.
Yes, they believe it or not used the 92%er and QB sneaked it, and Zach Wilson chose the right side.
Even with their fucking small ass quarterback. God damn it. Patrick Mahomes dislocates his knee one time.
You know, did you see what? Speaking of QB sneaks, did you see what Patrick Mahomes said?
What?
In the offseason?
What?
He said that, Andy Reid refuses to call a QB sneak because of what happened. And he said one of these times he's just going to call it himself.
What happened? Nobody will ever expect it. Okay.
You know what else nobody would expect? If this game ends in a fucking tie.
This game ain't ending in a tie. Although I wouldn't be shocked if Zach Wilson throws an interception.
I don't think Zach Wilson is allowed to touch the ball. But yeah, so one more time.
Or if Dalvin Cook fumbles it.
One more time back through this absolute juicer of a parlay. Falcons, Colts, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Chiefs. Basically, I'm betting against all the teams that I hate.
Yep.
And I'm betting for all the teams that are playing a team that everyone is now overhyping.
Okay, fair enough. I support you in this endeavor.
Because everyone's going to be like, holy shit, the Packers are so good. But they actually just played a dog shit team.
Fair enough. All right, Owen. That brings us just about to the end. We always wrap it up with the top 5. And I want to get your top 5 worst week 1 games. That makes sense?
Of this week?
Yes. Top 5. Because it was a sloppy, terrible, bad week.
Well, we know which one is the top one.
I'm not even sure that is the top one.
I'm choosing that one as my top one.
I wonder, well, maybe we are talking about the same one.
Probably.
Oh, wait. No, sorry.
Yeah, you're remembering now?
Yeah, sorry. There's an obvious top one. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, what? What are we doing?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of other ones. There was a bunch of blowouts. Really terrible stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
All right. I'm good. I got him.
I'm just kind of going off of my fantasy team.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
My number 5, Kansas City versus Detroit. I haven't included my top 5 just because it's made me sad. But really, honestly, a fairly good game. Both teams were sloppy, though. Both teams deserve to lose, honestly. But Detroit comes out on top, makes me even more sad. Number 4, Rams versus Seahawks. 27-13. Terrible game. Just beat the hell out of it. The Rams beat the hell out of the Seahawks very shockingly. We talked about this game earlier. Bears versus Packers, number 3. Bears just couldn't get off the ball.
Yeah, it's because Justin Fields is dog.
Maybe.
You better learn how to speak Chinese, buddy.
Better learn how to speak Canadian.
Yeah.
Better
speak French.
Better learn how to speak extreme. Number 2, Bengals versus Browns. A bad game.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow looked awful. Just got paid $55 million a year. Got benched in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. That's crazy, by the way.
That is crazy. But it was also like, when you're down and you ain't going to win, you might as well conserve those guys. It's a long NFL season. Mahomes, I think, did the same thing when they lost 27-3 versus the Titans. So let's not all pile on at once. But 24-3, not great. And number 1, worst game of the week. God, fucking awful. Sunday Night Football. Raining. First half, Daniel Jones was pressured on 2/3 of his dropbacks.
That's your guy, by the way.
Daniel Jones?
That's your guy, New York. That's who you just signed to a contract extension.
$40 million just got paid.
Fucking insane.
Also just got paid. But yeah, no, that's the worst game of the week. 40-0. Cowboys, blocked field goal for a touchdown, pick 6, game's over, dude. That game never was going to be close. And then they just throttled them. Dak Prescott threw for like 150 yards. That's all he threw for. Tony Pollard, I don't even think ran for 100 yards, but he still scored 2 touchdowns. Deuce Vaughn got in. Shout out Deuce Vaughn. Shout out Giants Cowboys for being the worst game of the week.
Yeah, holy cow.
So number 5, KC Detroit. Number 4, Seattle Los Angeles Rams. Number 3, Bears Packers. Number 2, Bengals Browns. And number 1, Cowboys Giants. No, I don't know why I switched from cities to mascots in the middle. Don't ask me.
Don't ask. Don't ask, don't text.
Okay.
But yeah, for me, Truman, I got a little bit.
Sorry, Jets are about to kick the field goal.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a different of a list.
Bills are going to get this ball back with 1 minute.
I'm surprised you didn't mention this game, Truman.
Okay.
Because there was a
I
team
probably just forgot it.
where one team didn't score a touchdown and they still only lost by 1. Titans Saints. Titans didn't score a touchdown. It was 15-16.
Yeah,
terrible game.
At least it was close.
Who cares?
It
Game.
is a slop.
What is
fest.
it? 1920.
A lot of games were a slop fest.
Yeah. So that was terrible. Number 4, Chiefs Detroit. Decent game, but I'm a Chiefs fan. Holy fuck, that game was frustrating to watch.
Andy Reid, go for it. Go for it.
Please just stop.
Best quarterback in the world.
Stop doing the cutesy shit. Just fucking run the ball when your O-line was tearing it up all game.
Or play action.
And here comes the Jets field goal. We're gonna have to watch this.
Oh,
nailed it.
No, never even. He didn't even fucking.
Their camera angle is so weird.
He didn't chance that though. I think he did just kind of punch that one through like a college kicker.
He just blasted it. Yeah. So Jets take the lead with 1:48 to go. Number 3.
Bills have one timeout.
Broncos Raiders. Another gross 17-16.
At least it's close. Jimmy Jesus knows how to fucking win,
games.
buddy.
And here we get to the 2 obvious ones. Yep. This is where I actually put Cowboys Giants.
What?
Because no one expected the Giants to be that good, but everyone expected the Bengals to be good, and they're at my number 1 spot. Bengals Browns, a team that no one outside of Cleveland wants to see successful, just beat the crap out of America's sweetheart in the Bengals.
I think that's fair. America's sweetheart. Okay.
They are America's sweetheart.
Come on.
Truman, we're the villains now.
That's true.
We're the villains now, bro. Nobody wants to see Mahomes win.
No
I've seen so much stuff about
No
Brittany
one
Mahomes
likes
in
us.
games that don't involve her. It's insane.
That's fair.
And you know how many games involve Brittany Mahomes? Fucking none of them. We're the villains now, man.
We are.
So run that through again. Number 5, Titans Saints. Number 4, Chiefs Lions. Number 3, Broncos Raiders. Number 2, Cowboys Giants. And number 1, Bengals Browns.
Sorry. The VHS said it's not over, but Bills versus Jets can crack the top 5 easily. Hard Knocks plus Rodgers only be injured in the first drive. That's fair. Hey, if the Bengals have one fan outside of Cincinnati, then I am that one fan. Well, sorry, you have 2 fans because we know a fan in West Virginia as well.
Sorry VHS. But you are definitely the furthest west Bengals fan, for sure.
Yes.
I mean,
hard
honestly,
to get further west.
Honestly, unless there's some weirdo Californian bandwagoners.
I'm sure there's some Los Angeles Bengals fans.
Probably fucking.
That's why Los Angeles shouldn't have teams, is because that's people.
The mega bandwagon city.
Right.
Remember that no one believed in us. This is our first championship in forever. After Golden State went back-to-back championships.
Yes.
It's like, holy fuck, bro.
All right, dude. Come on, buddy.
If the Bengals have no fans, then I'm dead.
Yep. All right.
VHS, you missed it. I made a rainy day at Stoke reference to Truman, and he missed it. And he didn't get it.
I understood why or like how.
But can he do it on a rainy day at Stoke? That's just a hell of a phrase. Like I'm upset that you don't understand the gravity of that, Truman. Like
I've heard that before.
You know who people say that about? Lionel Messi.
Oh, really?
He's like, but he never did it on a rainy day at Stoke. I mean, they're mostly joking, but
is he the GOAT?
Of course.
Got to be the GOAT now, right?
I mean, I love Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He's won everything, and he's put up some ridiculous stats. The problem is,
besides never playing in the Premier League,
is that it goes Messi,
Ronaldo,
gap, Ronaldo, giant gap, almost everyone else.
Yeah. Pele.
Well, of course, you've got guys like Pele, but Pele scored against actual plumbers, like, and farmers and stuff, like legitimate farmers.
Yeah.
But those two are just so far above everybody else.
That's fair. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate you guys for being here. Hey, big shout out to the Patreon members over there, the patrons, as Owen likes to call them. Patreon.com/OpenDisaster. We appreciate you supporting us there.
Shout out all you that have been watching on YouTube and watching on Spotify.
Mailbox Kansas City now open in the Iron District. Dylan and Joe, we appreciate you. Yeah, and big shout out to everybody listening on YouTube and Spotify. Hitting that little like, hitting that little comment, rating it. We got like 3 or 4 5-star ratings on Spotify. We appreciate you.
Why didn't we read those?
I didn't see comments on them.
Oh, there's no comments.
I don't think you can leave comments on the Spotify ones, and I didn't see any on.
Oh, but leave a comment on the episode. Oh, and Truman, I'll talk to you about this after the show, actually.
Oh, you're gonna talk to me about this?
But there's something that we should do with the show. We should do something. It's pretty easy to do.
Okay. Well, hey, if you guys leave a comment, comment your favorite. Honestly, comment who you think. I want to see something. Comment who you think the best NFL team is.
Yeah. Leave your comment on YouTube. Leave your comment on Spotify under this episode.
Yeah.
Who do you think the best team in the NFL is right now?
Miami Dolphins.
It's not the Miami Dolphins.
Give it to me. That's who I'm buying stock in. I'm buying stock in the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. Stephon Diggs loving on Josh
Stephon
Allen.
Diggs loving on Josh Allen just there. All of a sudden.
Yep.
All of a sudden, Truman's headcanon's gone.
Alrighty. Hey, guys. We appreciate you. Hey, check out twitter.com/steammachine, twitter.com/OwenGoshDahm, TikTok.com/steammachine, YouTube, Open Disaster Productions. I think that's it.
Wow.
We appreciate you.
See you next week, y'all.
Chiefs will be fine. Cat's going to beat the hell out of Mizzou.
Oh, bet the hell out of that spread.
M-I-Z. Okay. See you guys.